Okay, so this is the right atrium, followed by the left atrium. Underneath, we have the right ventricle and the left ventricle. If you open up these, you can see that this thick wall is the interventricular septum, and the interatrial septum is the thick wall in between the two atriums. It separates those two. Now, the sulcuses are the grooves, or like ridge, that separates the ventricles and the atrium. So the interventricular sulcus is right in the middle. It separates the two ventricles. Whereas the interatrial septum, or sulcus, sorry, is the ridge that's going to run between the ventricles and the atrium, and it's going to go all the way around the heart. And it separates the ventricles from the atrium.
That's coronary sulcus.
Oh, sorry, coronary sulcus. Shouldn't have said that.
Is that right?
Yeah. The fossa ovalis is this little, like, hole structure. It's not an actual hole, it's just more of like an indent because it closes in after birth in the right atrium. And the azygous vein is right here, and it's attached to the superior vena cava, and it's right above the right pulmonary vein. Artery, sorry. Speaking of right and left pulmonary arteries, if you kind of flip it to the back, you can see it on both sides. This is the right, and this is the left. And from the front, they kind of attach, this one coming from here, the other one coming from behind, attaching to the pulmonary trunk right here. The pulmonary veins are actually right under it, signified by these reds. There's two. These would be the left, and these would be the right. And from the back model, left, right. The pectinate muscle is in the right atrium only, and it's just this thing of ridges on the wall that you can see. The moderator band is also only in the right ventricle, but it's only on, like, the sheep model, so we can't see it here. The right atrioventricular valve, or tricuspid valve, is in the right ventricle, and it is this whole valve right here, and it has 3 ending points. On the left side is the bicuspid, and it comes down to 2. Now, the valves are actually attached to the papillary muscles, one for each connection. There's 3 on this side, and then there's 2. One is inside, and then the other one actually attaches to the outside. So if you open it, it's seen right here. The chorda tendinae, are the thin thread-like structures that attach to the papillary muscles. And the trabecular carne is the spongy material seen on the inside of the heart, pretty much everywhere. The aortic semilunar valve is actually, like, kind of covering the opening of the different vessels. This is the pulmonary trunk, so right underneath, this is the pulmonary semilunar valve. It has, like, these white bean-like structures. And inside the left ventricle, this is the aortic semilunar valve. And it actually attaches up to the aorta, so that's how you can tell.
Do the veins work like?
The coronary, oh, okay. So, from the front, the great cardiac vein is kind of starting from here, and it's going to pull around to the back. This is also going to be the middle. It's also pulling down. And this, I apologize. Wait. This is the great. This is the middle, not this one. You skipped that first one. 60s right here. This is the middle. And then this is the small cardiac vein. And they're actually going to kind of meet up right here. And inside the right atrium, there's this little dot, 58 is represented by it, and that is the coronary sinus. That's where they all pull and come into the atrium.